Chris Watts, the man who murdered his family, 2018, USA, on August 13, 2018, in Frederick, Colorado, 33-year-old Chris Watts committed one of the most shocking family murders in recent history. He killed his pregnant wife, Shannon Watts, and their two young daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste. The disappearance, Chris initially reported his wife and daughters as missing, appearing on local news stations pleading for their safe return. He told police that Shannon had taken the children and vanished while he was at work. However, investigators quickly grew suspicious due to his inconsistent statements and strange behavior. The investigation and confession surveillance footage from a neighbor's camera showed Chris backing his truck into the garage early in the morning on the day of the murders. He later admitted that he loaded the bodies of his wife and daughters into the vehicle before disposing of them at his workplace, an oil site owned by Anadarko Petroleum, where he worked. Under intense interrogation, Watts finally confessed to strangling Shannon after an argument about their deteriorating marriage. He initially claimed that he killed her in a fit of rage after she allegedly strangled their daughters, but this was later proven false. Investigators discovered that Watts had been having an affair with a coworker, which likely played a role in his decision to eliminate his family. The chilling crime scene: Shannon's body was found in a shallow grave at the oil site, while Bella and Celeste were discovered inside large oil tanks. The autopsy revealed that the girls had been smothered to death, and Bella had fought back against her father in her final moments. Conviction and sentence: Chris Watts was arrested and charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder. Facing the death penalty, he took a plea deal to avoid execution and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Public reaction to the case gained national and international attention, sparking discussions about family violence, hidden affairs, and the dark side of seemingly perfect lives. Netflix later released a documentary, American Murder: The Family Next Door, which used real footage and text messages to depict the chilling events leading up to the crime. Today, Watts remains in a maximum security prison, serving multiple life sentences for the brutal murder of his wife and children. The Jonestown Massacre, one of the deadliest mass suicides in history. Red Circle on November 18, 1978, the world witnessed one of the most horrifying mass suicides in history. Under the leadership of Jim Jones, the People's Temple cult ended in tragedy when over 900 people, including more than 300 children, died after drinking cyanide-laced punch. Round Pushpin location, Jonestown, Guyana, bust-in silhouette leader. Jim Jones skull death toll, 918 people. This event remains one of the most shocking examples of religious manipulation, psychological control, and cult fanaticism. Who is Jim Jones? Baby born May 13, 1931, Round Pushpin hometown. Crete, Indiana, USA. Jim Jones grew up with a desire for power and control, believing himself to be a special, chosen individual. In the 1950s, he founded the People's Temple, a religious group that initially promoted racial equality, social justice, and assistance to the poor. Small Blue Diamond at first, the group seemed benevolent, helping marginalized communities and promoting unity. Small Blue Diamond over time, Jones became a totalitarian leader, enforcing strict obedience and punishing dissenters. Small Blue Diamond, he declared himself a messiah and demanded absolute loyalty from his followers. In the mid-1970s, under scrutiny from law enforcement and the media, Jones moved his followers to the remote jungles of Guyana to establish a supposed utopia called Jonestown. Life inside Jonestown. A cult in isolation, Palm Tree Jonestown was built deep in the Guyanese jungle, completely isolated from the outside world. Small Blue Diamond Jim Jones controlled everything. Members had no personal freedom, were overworked, and lived in poor conditions. Small Blue Diamond's severe punishment was common. Those who tried to escape were tortured or publicly humiliated. Small Blue Diamond communication with the outside world was restricted. Only Jones-approved messages could be sent. Small Blue Diamond loyalty tests. Jones would conduct fake suicide drills, making members believe they were drinking poison. Brainwashing was constant, leaving members unable to think independently. Government investigation and Congressman Leo Ryan's visit airplane departure In November 1978, Congressman Leo Ryan traveled to Jonestown to investigate allegations of abuse. Initially, everything seemed fine as members claimed to be happy. However, some secretly begged Ryan for help, wanting to escape. As Ryan and his team were preparing to leave, Jones ordered his followers to stop them at all costs. Gunmen attacked Ryan's group, killing 5 people, including Congressman Leo Ryan. Stop sign: this incident sealed Jonestown's fate. The mass suicide, November 18, 1978. Loudspeaker: after Ryan's murder, Jim Jones announced that the end had come. Small Blue Diamond: he told his followers that the government would invade Jonestown and kill them all. Small Blue Diamond's cyanide-laced fruit punch was prepared, and people were ordered to drink it. Small Blue Diamond parents were forced to give poison to their children first. Small Blue Diamond: those who refused were shot or injected with poison. Pushpin: 918 people died, including 304 children. Pushpin: Jim Jones died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Aftermath of the Jonestown Massacre. Loudspeaker: the world was shocked by the scale of the tragedy. Skull: one of the largest mass suicides in history. Television: numerous documentaries and films have explored the incident. Scroll: it became a case study in cult psychology and manipulation. Conclusion: the death trap of blind faith. The Jonestown Massacre serves as a grim reminder of the dangers of blind faith, cult mentality, and unchecked authority. Lightbulb lessons to learn. Small Blue Diamond: be cautious of manipulative leaders. Small Blue Diamond: never follow any group blindly. Small Blue Diamond: always question and verify the truth. The Black Dahlia Case, one of Hollywood's most infamous unsolved murders. Kitchen knife. On January 15, 1947, the body of Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old aspiring actress, was found brutally mutilated and bisected in Los Angeles. The case became one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. Round Pushpin location: Los Angeles, California, USA. United States. Woman victim: Elizabeth Short. Skull: cause of death: homicide? Killer never identified. The murder shocked the nation due to its gruesome nature, the media frenzy, and the mystery surrounding the killer. Decades later, the Black Dahlia case remains one of the most haunting cold cases. Who was Elizabeth Short? Baby born July 29, 1924. Round Pushpin hometown: Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Elizabeth Short grew up dreaming of becoming a Hollywood actress. She moved to Los Angeles in pursuit of fame, but struggled financially and lived a transient lifestyle. Small Blue Diamond: she was described as beautiful, friendly, and charismatic. Small Blue Diamond: she was nicknamed the Black Dahlia, allegedly due to her fondness for wearing black. Small Blue Diamond: she spent her final days moving between bars, hotels, and acquaintances' homes. Little did she know that her name would become infamous, not for Hollywood stardom, but for one of the most disturbing murder cases in history. The discovery of the body calendar, January 15, 1947. Round Pushpin location: Leimert Park, Los Angeles. A woman walking with her daughter early in the morning discovered what she initially thought was a discarded mannequin. Police scarlight: what she actually found was a mutilated corpse. Kitchen knife: Elizabeth Short's body had been cut in half at the waist. Kitchen knife: her face had been slashed from the corners of her mouth to her ears in a chilling Glasgow smile. Kitchen knife: her body had been completely drained of blood. Kitchen knife: there were no signs of struggle at the crime scene, suggesting she had been killed elsewhere. Kitchen knife: her body had been carefully posed, arms above her head and legs spread apart. This level of precision and brutality suggested that the killer had medical knowledge or surgical skills. The investigation: a media frenzy. Loudspeaker: the case quickly captured national attention. Oncoming police car: police received over 150 suspects, but no one was ever arrested. Newspaper: the media sensationalized the case, spreading false rumors about Elizabeth's life. Envelope: with Thoreau, the killer taunted police by sending letters and items belonging to Elizabeth. Some key developments in the investigation. Keycap: 1. Anonymous letters. Envelope: days after the murder, a letter arrived at the Los Angeles Examiner newspaper, written using cutout letters from magazines. Envelope: it read, "Here is Dahlia's belongings. and included some of Elizabeth's personal items, such as her birth certificate and an address book. Keycap 2 dozens of false confessions. Busts in silhouette, over 60 people claimed responsibility, but none could be definitively linked to the crime. Police eliminated suspects one by one, but the case remained unsolved. Keycap 3 suspicious figures. Police correlate among the most notorious suspects was Dr. George Hodel, a wealthy physician with disturbing ties to other crimes. Open file folder. Some believe Hodel had medical expertise that matched the precise mutilation of Short's body. Magnifying glass tilted left. In later years, his own son, former LAPD detective Steve Hodel, claimed his father was the killer. Why was the Black Dahlia case never solved? Magnifying glass tilted right. Despite extensive investigations, the case remained cold due to small blue diamond lack of solid evidence. The crime scene was too clean. Small blue diamond tampered evidence. Police and journalists handled key items before forensics. Small blue diamond, a media circus. Sensationalized news stories, distorted facts. Small blue diamond, too many suspects. Over 150 names were investigated, but none conclusively linked to the crime. Even today, theories about the identity of the Black Dahlia's killer continue to circulate, but no definitive proof has ever emerged. The Black Dahlia's legacy: television, movies, and books. The case inspired numerous Hollywood films, books, and documentaries, including The Black Dahlia, 2006, a film adaptation based on the crime. True crime documentaries, featuring police reports and crime scene photos. Detective Unsolved mysteries. Even decades later, true crime enthusiasts, detectives, and historians continue to analyze evidence in hopes of solving the case. Ghost urban legends. The case has become the subject of ghost stories and conspiracy theories, adding to its mystique and horror. Conclusion. A crime that still haunts Los Angeles, the Black Dahlia case remains one of the most infamous, gruesome, and mysterious murders in history. Question mark, who killed Elizabeth Short? Question mark, why was she brutally mutilated? Question mark, will the case ever be solved? As of today, the identity of her murderer remains unknown, and the legend of the Black Dahlia lives on.